Good evening, everyone. Can please respond if you guys can hear me? Am I audible to all of you? If yes, please respond. If you guys can hear me, please respond. Am I audible to all of you? Please respond, guys, if you can all can hear me. Am I audible to everyone? Yes. So Avinay is saying yes. Ape is also saying yes. All right, guys. Great. So let's start here. We will start with the discussion of Iift 2014 QA section. And now in this particular year, the cutoff, first of all, let me tell you the cutoff of this year. The cutoff for the VARC section, RC, it was a combined section, and the cutoff for VARC was 6.50. Okay, all those who have written this as a mock, you can note it down. The cutoff for the VARC section was nothing but that was 6.50 here. Okay, now the second section was LR, a separate section. The cutoff for the LR section was nothing but that was equal to 4.34. All right, the LR section was 4.34. This was difficult here. And the third section, that was QA and DI. QA, they are together, part 1 and part 2, but the cutoff for this complete section 3 DI and QA, it is only one. And if you have just attempted, might be only one set of DI, तो भी हो जाता, isn't it? कोई भी एक अच्छा सा इजी सा DI का सेट पिक करके करते तो भी कट ऑफ क्लियर हो सकता था. DI and QA, there was a combined cutoff. And for GK this year, cutoff was nothing but that was 2.4. Okay, so for GK the cutoff was 2.49, and overall cutoff was 38.5 for the general category. Okay, for the general category, cutoff was 38.5 marks here. So now tell me, how many of you are able to clear the cutoff? Those who have written this as a mock in the morning or maybe yesterday. Anyone? Okay. General category, it was 38.5, and the for ST and the PH category, 8.5 overall. And for PT, okay, non-cream clear, the cutoff was 33.5. So this was the cutoff in that particular year. So Apex is saying got 34 without GK. Okay, got 34 without GK. Okay, GK को फिर ज्यादा आना चाहिए था, 38.5 से थोड़ा ज्यादा आना चाहिए था. 110 minutes. All right. This was the overall year. The problem was here in this section was VA and RC. It was a one combined section. DI and QA also one combined, not a separate section. Now let's start with discussing all the questions here one by one. This paper is somewhat tougher than the 2015, isn't it? Those who have written it as a mock, they must have observed कि 2015 से comparison में थोड़ा difficult था. Okay, so let's start here. The first question. Question number 1. Now, when I was solving this paper yesterday, question number 1, if you have observed, we have solved the paper 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, and now this was 2015 and this is 2014. So I think this question we must be seeing how many times? Third time dekh rahe hain, तीसरी बार dekh rahe hain, yes or no? We are seeing this question for the third time. In the last 6 years, the same question has been repeated, isn't it? ओके ऐसे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन है जो तुमने देखोगे, 2-3 क्वेश्चन ऐसे मिलेंगे जो रिपीट हो रहा है ऑन एवरी ईयर, मे बी हर 2 साल के बाद या 3 साल के बाद ऐसे रिपीट हो रहा है. सो पेपर इज नॉट डिफिकल्ट दाम, ठीक है. डिफिकल्ट मींस पेपर क्वेश्चंस वर डुएबल. यस, द पॉइंट हियर इज उस पर्टिकुलर टाइम फ्रेम में कितने अटेम्प्ट कर सकता हूं, दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट हियर. नाउ द फर्स्ट थिंग व्हिच से let P1 be the radius, circle of a radius R. It's all about time management. So P1 be a circle of radius R. So the radius of this circle, it is given as R. And a square Q1 is inscribed in P1. So this is the P1. And then there is a square Q1. It is inscribed here. Such that all the vertices of the square Q1 lies on the circumference P. And then another circle P2 is inscribed in Q1, another square Q2 is inscribed here, and so on. Now it says if is the area between and Pn plus 1. So area between Qn and Pn plus 1. So I can say what is S1, Sn. So Sn is equal to how much? Okay. Then the ratio of sum of all such Sn to that of the area of the Q1 here. So it says a square Q1 is inscribed in P1. So then another circle, there is nothing but that is nothing but this will be P2, and then there will be a square inside this. So first of all, we should find out the relationship between the radius, which is very easy to identify here, in fact. Okay, so let's see here. If I say the radius of the outer circle is R, then can I say that the diameter of this circle, it is nothing but that is equal to 2R. Okay, so what is the dimension of the square? That is equal to 2R by root 2. And 2R by root 2, if I multiply it, this will be equal to nothing but this is simply R root 2. Okay, and this is also equal to R. Okay, so if we know that there is a circle outside, if there is a circle which is outside, if I write down, let's say this is P1, and then I can say Q1. Okay, P1, Q1, or there will be two different series. Let me write down here. This is P1, P2, P3, P4, and so on. Then I say that Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and so on. दो अलग-अलग चीजें हैं. P1 being a circle of radius R, so P1, the radius of this circle is equal to R here. A square Q1 is inscribed in P1 such that तो square की side क्या हो गई यहाँ पे R root 2. Okay, इस square की side R root 2 हो गई. That you can check it here. अब इसके अंदर एक और सर्कल बना देता हूं. Okay, so now just see. स्क्वायर की साइड R रूट जो है मेरे पास, इसकी डायमीटर भी क्या हो गई R रूट 2. So what is the radius of this circle? That is R root 2 by 2, isn't it? R root 2 by 2, which will be comes out to be simply equal to R by root 2. So this has become R by root 2. Okay, so you can say when it comes to the circle, the radius is becoming 1 by root 2 times, isn't it? First का R है, second का R by root 2 हो गया, तो third का previous के comparison में R by root 2 into 1 root 2. Okay, P4 का फिर क्या आ जाएगा R by root 2 into 1 by 1 by and so on. So we can easily find out, yes, we can easily find out the radius of all these circles. Now let's come to the square. पहले वाले स्क्वायर की साइड्स क्या है R root 2 है. So you can see if it is side by R root 2, okay, R root 2, तो यहां पे अब Q1 का क्या R by root 2 को root 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा तो ये क्या आ जाएगा R by root 2 into root 2. Okay, so R root 2 by root 2 here, and then so on again you'll get a series of GP. So in that case you can see it is a series of GP here. Now if we try to find out the area, we all know area is always equal to pi R square, isn't it? So here the area of the first circle pi R square, area of the second one P2, that is equal to pi R square by 2. The third one, that is coming out to be how much pi R square upon 4, and then this to pi R square by 8. So when it comes to a circle, area are forming a series of GP with a common ratio which is equal to half. Okay, area is forming a series of GP in which the common ratio is simply equal to 1 by 2. And again square की area calculate करते हैं, that's a Q1, Q2 and Q3 and so on. So they will also form a series of, let me write it down, they will also form a series of GP. First square की जो आ जाएगी that is equal to R square, that is 2R, yes or no? Then for the second one, it will be comes out to be how much? Side of this one is here. Q1 की side R is root 2 है, तो R root 2 का whole square that will be comes out to be 2R square, isn't it? The side of Q2 क्या आ जाएगा? That will come to R square, and then I can see to R square. So in both the cases, the series is of GP. सर्कल एज वेल एज स्क्वायर दोनों की एरिया क्या है जीपी की सीरीज फॉर्म करेंगे वेयर द कॉमन रेशियो इज ऑलवेज हाफ. नाउ it says if Sn is the area between and Pn plus 1, where n represents a set of natural, then the ratio of the sum of all such to the area of the square Q1. Now, let's try to answer. So Sn. So if I write down the value of Sn, Sn is the area between Qn and Pn plus 1. So between the Qn and Pn plus 1. So Q1 minus P2, I can say, isn't it? That is Q1 minus P2. That is the Sn here. Or sorry, or let me write down S1 is equal to. So S1 is equal to Q1 minus P2. P3. S is equal. And we need to find out the sum of the infinite series of this GP here. Then the ratio of sum of all such Sn to the area of the Q1. तो अब इन सबको ऐड करूंगा तो ये मेरे पास बेसिकली Q1 प्लस Q2 प्लस Q3 ओके माइनस P2 P3 plus P4 to infinity. This is good at calculus. Some of you might make a mistake by starting from P1. तो वो चीज अवॉइड करनी कि P1 से स्टार्ट नहीं होगा, वो P2 से होगा. So Q1, Q2, Q1, these are nothing but the area of the square. So I can say we know Q1, Q2, that is 2R square. In any case, that will be comes out to be common. So 1 plus, okay, 1 by 2 plus and so what is series of dp minus P2, start from P2. So P2 here you can R square by 2. So I can say pi R square by 2, you can take it out as a common here. Okay. So minus pi अगर मैं कॉमन ले लेता हूं तो क्या आ जाएगा यहाँ पे ओके सो माइनस पाई आर स्क्वायर बाई 2 इट विल बी कम्स आउट 1 by 1 by yes, that's right. So you can apply the formula of the GP and then you'll get the answer. So GP, guys, sum of infinite terms, it is always equal to A upon 1 minus R here. Okay, so A upon 1 minus R. So in any case, if you solve this, this value will comes out to be equal to, I'm writing it directly, 4 minus pi into R square. Okay, and the question is divided by all such Sn to the area of the Q1. So that is 4 minus pi and the area of Q1, that is equal to 2R square. So the answer is 4 minus pi by 2, which is option number 1. So difficult, isn't it? It's definitely a difficult question. So we have solved such type of the question, but it's not something which is very straightforward. Which part, Apex, can you tell me you're talking about? So any doubts, anyone now in this question, please tell me before I move to the next question. So I'll rate this as a difficult, very difficult category. Mein. Lengthy. उससे भी आ जाएगा आंसर, उससे भी आ जाएगा. But don't you think it will be far easier because I can say there are two different series of GP और ये easy रहेगा calculation में instead of finding the difference first, isn't it? Because when I solve it, I realize that it's better to find out the sum of infinite series of all these circles, sum of infinite series of all these squares, and then divide it. So you can do it by that way also, you'll get the same answer. Yes, you can do that. मतलब I told you कैसे भी कर सकते हो, दोनों का डिफरेंस लेकर भी कर सकते हो, उससे भी सेम ही आंसर आएगा. In any case, you can see ये जो पार्ट है ना कॉमन है जीपी की सीरीज. So you can simply take a difference of 2r square minus pi r square by 2 and then into sum of infinite series of GP. So I have written so many steps just to explain it to all of you. अगर मुझे खुद करना हो तो मैं इतने सारे steps बीच में नहीं लिखूंगा. Okay, so that you all can understand it easily. So how will you rate this question? I think difficult, isn't it? Okay, let's move to question number 2. Another difficult question, but it's not new. Similar question was asked in the CAT also. Class में भी किया हुआ है हमने crack. But yes, length of the question and everything, so it's a difficult. In a school, students were called for the flag hosting company or hosting ceremony on August 15. After the ceremony, a small box among the students. In each class, the student with roll number 1 box of sweets. So first student will get 1 box of sweets. ठीक है? Students with roll number 2 got 2 boxes of sweets. So second student is getting 2. Roll number 3 will get 3 sweets. Roll number 4 will get 4 sweets, and so on. In a class 3, a total of 1200 boxes of sweets were distributed. So the total number of sweets which were distributed is 12. By mistake, one of these students double the sweets he was entitled to get here. So by mistake, one of the students of the class 3 got double the sweets he was entitled to get. तो उसको जो sweets मिलने चाहिए थे उसका just double मिल गया. Alright. So one of the student of the class, so which student we have no idea, and we need to identify the student got twice as many box of sweets compared to in his interval. So एक को double मिल गया. So I can say 1 to n if the number of students is n. Plus there is a one number which is repeating twice, so plus k, and this value it is equal to 12. Let's say the student whose roll number is k, he got 2 boxes, double the sweets he was entitled to get. Now, CAT में भी ऐसे questions आए हुए हैं कई बार. वाह. तो sum of first n natural number, so n into n plus 1 by 2, it is equal to nothing but minus k. Okay. And I need to identify the roll number of the student. So the value of k is given in the option, isn't it? The value of k is already given in the option. So one of the way, the best way to solve such type of the question is only with the help of the options. Or मैं कैसे करता if the option was not given? What method I use for? I told you already in the class, n into n minus equal to 24 minus k. So this is nothing but s square plus n. So I try to find out my answer should be approximately the square root of 2400. So 2400 का जो square root होगा उसके आसपास आंसर होना चाहिए. Okay, that is what you should do here. So square root of 2400. Okay, so let's see here what is the square root of 2400. But still, I'd say the best way is nothing but substitute the values in the options and just see n has to be an integer. So 2400 minus 2k. So it's approximately calculate, so that's 24, all right, and 24 8 or 4 6, so that is 10 into 2, that is 20 into root 6. Okay, approximate. So we can say root 4, or we know that is 2, and root 6 approximately 20 into 240. और देखो किसका स्क्वायर रूट 2400 के आसपास आएगा. So this is coming out to be like, if you look at here, 50 square is 100, 40 is 2025. So the value of n should be between 46 to 50 के आसपास होना चाहिए. And you can try with value. ठीक है, if I take 48 square, okay, what is 48 square? We all know that is 50 is equal to 2500. 49 square, we can calculate it easily here. That is 01 and this is 2401. So इससे ज़्यादा आ रहा है. So I think 48 will definitely satisfy. Minus 2 square, that is 04, and this will be equal to 2304. Yes. So 48 is satisfying. I'm not using the options, but मैं एग्जाम में करना होगा तो मैं options को use कर लूँगा क्योंकि options given है. So I think 48 square is 2304. So probably n must be equal to 48 into 47. Will be equal to 2. Okay, and 48 into 47, you guys can calculate it, and if you solve this, you'll get the value of k, which will be comes out to be equal to how much? That's right, option number 24, and this is the answer, which is option number 2. So I'll rate this question also as a medium to difficult, not a very straightforward question. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. So overall, the paper was tough. That's why the cutoff was also less, 38.5. Okay, can we move to the next question now? If question number 2 is clear to all of you, please respond. No, when I reach to this stage, n into n plus 1 is equal to 2400 minus 2k. So always remember your answer should be approximately closer to square root of 2400. So 2400 का square root approximately calculate करो. तो मुझे पता है 50 स्क्वायर 2500 होता है, तो मैं देखूंगा उसके आसपास 49 स्क्वायर 2401. बट मेरा वैल्यू ये n स्क्वायर प्लस n है ना, तो मेरा आंसर 2400 से कम होना चाहिए. तो 48 स्क्वायर इज 2304. सो यू कैन ट्राई विथ 48 here. Yes, Damni, that's right. Since the options are given, नहीं अगर ये क्वेश्चन कैट में आता और विदाउट ऑप्शन आता, then I would have preferred this method. We have discussed such type of the question in sequence and series, isn't it? Okay, so can we move to the next question now? It was not a new question. कैट में जब आया था तो 550 था सम और 1000 लेकर भी एक बार सम आया हुआ था. The total sum was 1000. Okay, guys, let's move to question number 3. Another difficult question. Now it says a boat is being rowed away in a still water from a 210-meter high cliff. So there is a 200 high cliff. Okay, there is a 210-meter high cliff. So this is cliff. Height of the cliff is 210 meter. और एक boat ऐसे जा रही है. I'll say this is point A and B, and then going like this way. A boat is being rowed away in a still water from a 210-meter high cliff at a speed of 3 km per hour. What is the approximate time taken for the angle of depression of the cliff at the boat to change from 60 degree to 45 degree? So initially the 60 degree. Okay, so angle of depression is equal to 60 degree. So we know that this angle is equal to 60 degree. So ये angle भी मेरा 60 हो गया. So this angle is equal to 30 degree. So we know the relationship between, let me mark this as a point C. 30, 60, 90, the sides are always in the range. Okay, so opposite to 60, it is equal to nothing but that is equal to 210. Yes or no? तो ये जो आ जाएगा ये आ जाएगा 30, it has to be 210 by 3, I can say. Is that clear to all of you? Okay. So BC, the length of BC is equal to 210 by root 3. Now the angle changes from 60 to 45. So angle changes from 60 to 45. So again, it moved away further. Let's say it reached to point D. Point D पे पहुंच गया. हाँ, ये easy है, but usually most of you guys are comfortable with angle of what elevation और building वगैरह. यहाँ पे cliff दे दिया है, river में जा रहे हैं, तो confused हो जाओगे usually. So that's why I said it's a difficult question. This is 45 degree. Okay, so this angle is equal to 45 degree. This angle is 45 degree. So 45, so I can say this length is also equal to 210. Isosceles triangle बन गया. Angle A and angle D both are 45, 45. So 210 is the length. So the question is, what is the approximate time taken for the angle of depression of the cliff at the boat to change from 60 degree to 40 degree? So time is always equal to distance upon speed, and the distance is. So what is the length of CD? The length of CD is equal to 210 minus 210 by, isn't it? Upon what is the speed? That is 3 km per hour. And the options are in terms of minutes. So in any case, from hour you can convert this letter in terms of minutes. Hour से minutes में तो convert करना जानते ही हैं. Okay, so I can say 3 km per minute hour, and you can convert here. So this will be comes out to be equal to 70 minus 210 by 3, that is equal to 70 by root 3. Isn't it? 70 by root 3. ये आ जाएगा यहाँ पे. So this is equal to 70 into 1 minus or root 3 minus 1 root 3. And ये मेरे hours में है. और to convert this into in terms of minutes, you need to multiply it by what? सॉरी टाइम इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड करना था ना. जस्ट वेट, डिस्टेंस इज ऑल्सो गिवन इन टर्म्स ऑफ मीटर. तो स्टार्टिंग में ही करना होगा, डिस्टेंस भी मीटर में गिवन है और स्पीड किलोमीटर पर आवर. तो इसे मीटर पर सेकंड में कन्वर्ट कर देते हैं. 3 इंटू 5 per second, 5/6 only. Yes or no? So divide this by 5/6. Okay, divide this by 5/6. So in any case, that will be equal to 210 into root 3 minus 1 by root and into 5/6. So into 6/5. This is what I need to calculate here. So yes, approximate answer, it will be comes out to be, I think, option number 4. 2 minutes. I can tell you my calculations also, but ये आ जाता है यहाँ पे easily. Any doubt? Can we move to the next question? I told you that always avoid, जब भी trigonometry के question है, why to use the tan theta. Standard angles हमेशा ज्यादातर 30, 60, 90 होते हैं कि so 1:√3:2 होती है. And then use the Pythagoras and all this. So I hope that it is clear. Can we move to the next question now? Please respond. और इनफैक्ट जो मैंने किया था कि इसी स्टेज पे ना, जैसे ये 110/√3 है, इसी को कन्वर्ट कर दो, √3 से मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा तो ये आ जाएगा 70√3. कैलकुलेशन और इजी हो जाएगा. सो 210/√3, alright, and upon 5/6. That is what you find. So 210 minus 70√3 upon 5/6. That is meter per second. और फिर से मिनट में भी कन्वर्ट करना है. द कन्वर्जन इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट गाइस. डू नॉट मेक अ मिस्टेक. सो मीटर पर सेकंड, ये जो आंसर आ रहा है सेकंड आएगा. ओके, और सेकंड में आने के बाद फिर इसको मुझे मिनट में कन्वर्ट करना है. सो यू गेट द आंसर एज अप्रोक्सीमेट. कैन आई मूव टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड नाउ इफ इट इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू? ठीक है. Okay, chalo, let's move ahead. Question number 4. Now, this was something which was again easy, but calculations were there. और if you have observed, ऐसे क्वेश्चन हमने 2015 में भी आया था, सिमिलर क्वेश्चन. एक्स एंड वाई, और पिछले 5 साल में ऐसे क्वेश्चन 3 बार आ चुके हैं. एक्स एंड वाई आर 2 alloys which were made by mixing zinc and copper in the ratio 6:9 and 7:11. So zinc and copper, and they are in the ratio 6:9 and 7:11 respectively. If 40 gram of alloy X, so I'll say there are 2 alloys, that is alloy X and alloy Y. There is zinc and copper. The method which I usually follow, 6:9. Yes or no? So 6:9 is the ratio which can be further, I can write down this is equal to nothing but, simplify this, 2:3. So zinc to copper is nothing but 2:3, and 7:11. So total quantity of zinc and copper, 2 plus 3, the sum of the ratio is 5, and 7 plus is 18 here. And it says 40 gram of alloy X and 60 gram of Y are melted. So 40 gram of alloy X and 60 gram of this one Y. So what I usually do, I first of all make them equal. alloy X और alloy Y की वैल्यू इक्वल करता हूं. इस पूरे को रेशो को 18 से मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा, इसे 5 से मल्टीप्लाई, दोनों 90 हो गए. Now I need 40 of X and 60 of Y. So 40:60, that is nothing but I need to mix them in ratio 2:3. So I'll multiply this by 2 and this by 3. That's it. So 18 into 2, 36, 5 into 3, 15. So this is my multiplying factor. Okay. So what is the ratio of zinc and copper in the new alloy Z? So 36 is the multiplying factor for the X. So zinc will be 36 into in the first, and copper will be 36 into 3, which is equal to 0.8. And here 36 into 2, which is 70. In the Y, 5 3s are 15. 15 into 7, that is 0.5, and 15 into 11, that is 165. And I'll simply add this one. So this will be equal to 127, and 165 is to this one. ये आ जाएगा मेरे पास 165 plus 108, so 165 plus 100, that is 265, and 265 plus 8, 265 plus 8, 273. ये रेशो होनी चाहिए. Further simplify this here, and if I divide by 3, it will be comes out to 91. So that is option number 2, which is 59:91. Any doubts to anyone? Can I move to the next question now? So till now I haven't found any question which I could have said, okay, it can be done quickly within a minute. नहीं, सब में थोड़ा बहुत है. 4 is still doable. It can be solved quickly. So can we move to the next question now, if this is clear to all of you? Okay. Question number 5 now. Question is easy, but the values options are given in such a way, root तो root को देख के वैसे ही डर लगता है ना कि पहले राउंड में नहीं करना चाहिए. ABCDEF is a regular hexagon and PQR is the equilateral triangle of side A. So PQR is the equilateral triangle of side A, that we all know. Okay. The area of the shaded portion is X and CD is to PQ is 2:1. So CD is to PQ is 2:1. So what I have done, I have taken CD as equal to 2 units and PQ as equal to 1 unit. So let's say if I say hexagon, this is 2 and PQ it is equal to 1. Find the area of the circle circumscribing the hexagon in terms of X here. Okay. So I need to find out the area of the circle which is circumscribing. Now, अब अगर मैं 2 units ले लेता हूं, तो first of all, area of the shaded region X, calculate it, because all the options are given in terms of this one. So area of the shaded X is equal to area of the hexagon. Area of the hexagon is equal to what? That we all know, 2 into that is 2 square minus area of this equilateral triangle, which is equal to root 3/4 into square. Okay. So in any case, that is the value of X. It will be coming out to be equal to how much? 2 से 2 cancel हो जाएगा. So that is 6. Okay. Now I need to find out the area of the circle. What is the area of the circle? जो circle होगा क्या होगा? That is into 4, and the radius is 2. So area of the circle. The area of the circle is equal to pi into r square. 4 pi. Okay. And I need to write down this value in terms of what? X, isn't it? I need to write down this 4 pi in terms of X. Area of a circle circumscribing this one. So X के terms में 4 pi क्या होगा? ठीक है. Or the question is basically that if I substitute the values of X here, like this is equal to 6 4s are 24, 24 root 3 minus root 3, that is equal to 23 root 3/4. So in all the options, if I substitute 23 root 3/4, answer 4 pi के equal आना चाहिए. Okay. And then there is only one of the option which will satisfy this condition, that is comes out to be option number 1. If you substitute the X as 23 root 3/4, you'll get the first option as 4 pi. So the correct answer is option number 1, which is 4 pi. Any doubts to anyone? Yes. Easy है, but दिखने में difficult. So can I move to the next question now? If question number 5 is also clear to all of you. Okay, guys. So chalo, let's move ahead to the next question then. Question number 6. So question number 6 is here. Ravindra and Rekha got married 10 years ago. So Ravindra and Rekha. So there is a Ravindra and Rekha. They got married 10 years ago. Their age were in the ratio 5:4. So ages जब ratio थी उसकी क्या थी? 10 साल पहले 5:4 थी. Today, or I can say that is equal to 5x and 4x. Today, Ravindra age, that is 5x plus 10 at present, is 1/6 more than Rekha's age. 1/6 more than means 1 plus 1 by 6 times of x. Rekha का इसका 7/6 times है. ठीक है. So now from here you can easily find out the value of x. Cross multiply 6 5s are 30. So I can say 30x plus 60, which is equal to 28x, isn't it? और 6 5 30x plus 60, 7 4 28x, यही होगा। यहाँ भी 4x plus 10 होगा। Okay. So 28x plus 70. So from here I'll say that is 2x is equal to. So 10 साल पहले रविंद्र की एज क्या थी? 5 5 25 and 4 into 5 that is equal to 20. This was the ages here of Ravindra and Rekha. Okay. Now अब 10 साल के अंदर जो चिल्ड्रन होगी उसकी मैक्सिमम एज क्या हो सकती है? 9 हो सकती है। Yes or no? It says after marriage के बाद they had 6 children including a triplets and twins. So किसी भी चिल्ड्रन की एज मैक्सिमम 10 साल हो सकती है। 10 साल में होंगे। Okay. So the age of a triplet, twins and the 6th child are in the ratio 3:2. So maximum possible age is 3 3s are 9 and then 2 into 3 6 and 1 into 3 is 3. So triplets, there are 3 triplets, so 9 into 3. In total age of a children ki. Okay, twins, so that is 6 into 2 and one single child, that is 3. Plus age of, what is the largest possible present value? 25 plus 20 and 20 plus 10, that is Rekha. So at this, it will comes out to be equal to 107. The answer is option number 4, which is 107. So this was also doable. Any doubts to anyone now? Can we move to the next question? Chale aage, guys? Okay. So let's move to question number 7. It says in the MBA program of a B school, there are 2 sections A and B. 1/4 of the student in a section A and 4/9 of the students in a section B are girls. So 1/4. So I can say girls and boys. So 1/4 is girls. So if there is 1 girl, so you can say there are 3 boys. And in section B, 4/9 of them are girl. So if the number of girls is 4, number of boys must be equal to 5, such that 4 by total value, which is 9. If 2 students are chosen at random, one from each from section A and section B, the probability that exactly one of the students chosen is a girl. अब दोनों से एक होता है, एक ही गर्ल चाहिए ना, exactly one. So I can say girl from A, boys from B, or boy from A, girl from B. So what is the probability in the first case? 1/4 into 5/9. One boy from section A, so that is 3/4, and one girl from B, that is coming out to be how much? One girl, that is equal to 4/9. And I just need to add these two. So 5 plus 2, which is a 12 plus 5, that is 17/36. Easy question on probability, option number 4. So the correct answer is 17/36. So any doubts to anyone now in question number 7? Can we move to the next slide? Okay, chalo फिर let's move to the next question. Question number 8. This was also I found to be easy. A milk vendor sells 10 of pure milk. So in a container, there is a 40 liter pure liter. Okay, 40 liter milk. He sells 10 liters of milk from a can. So यहाँ से वो 10 liter बेचता है, ठीक है? And then he adds 10 liter of water. So again 10 water. In second step also he sells 10 and again he adds 10 liter water. Again he sells 10 liter and add 10 liter water. Again he sells 10 liter and then he adds 10 liter water. तो ये 4 कस्टमर के बाद का सिचुएशन है, isn't it? After 4 कस्टमर. इसमें कैलकुलेशन क्या है? तो बहुत एक लाइन का क्वेश्चन है. जस्ट हियर. सो एवरी स्टेप वाटर इज एडेड. सो हर स्टेप पे अगर वाटर ऐड हो रहा है, सो वी नीड टू वर्क ऑन व्हाट? टेल मी दामिनी, वेदर वी नीड, और अविनाश टेल मी, वी शुड वर्क ऑन मिल्क और वर्क ऑन वाटर. अगर बार बार वाटर ऐड हो रहा है, इट मींस मिल्क की क्वांटिटी तो डिक्रीज होते जाएगी, इजंट इट? or the proportion of milk will keeps on decreasing. Okay, so at every step the proportion of milk will. So at every step we are removing how much? 10 out of 40. So what is the fraction removed equal to 10 by 4? Yes or no? That is 1 by 4. So fraction at every step it is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4, which is 3 by 4. Okay. So in the first step, whatever the volume of the milk is there, I'm working on the proportion, not on the quantity. First step में 3 by 4 बचेगा, second step में भी 3, third step में भी 3 by 4 बचेगा, में भी 3 by 4 बचेगा, isn't it? तो ये जो हो गया मेरे पास, that is equal to nothing but जो भी वैल्यू है 3 raised to power 4 upon 4 raised to power 4. Okay, that is 2 raised to power 8, which is 256. So this will be coming out to be equal to 81 upon 56. Okay, so इतना फ्रैक्शन अब बचना चाहिए. ठीक है, तो दिस मच फ्रैक्शन ऑफ मिल्क इज देयर, और लास्ट में फिर से 10 लीटर दे रहा हूं, तो 10 लीटर के अंदर कितना मिल्क होगा? द आंसर इज 10 into 81 by 256, and 10 into 81 by 256 it will be comes out to be equal to 2 say 5 into 81 upon 128. So the answer is simply equal to 405 by 20, and this is the answer. So it's a one-liner question actually, option number 4. So any doubts to anyone now? This is the proportion of milk. Okay, ये जो calculate किया है, this is the nothing but the proportion of the volume and what the proportion milk की ये proportion होनी चाहिए जो last में after 4 steps. Now remember one thing here, 40 liter milk है, from 40 liter we are removing 10. So 10 लीटर निकाल रहा हूं, so कितना पार्ट बाहर निकलेगा? 10 by 40, 1/4 of the milk is removed. So अगर 1/4 मिल्क बाहर जाएगा तो इट मींस 3 by 4 मिल्क बच जाएगा. सो मिल्क की प्रोपोर्शन अब क्या होगी? 3 by 4 होगी. क्योंकि अब देखो यहाँ पे 10 लीटर वाटर ऐड किया मैंने, तो टोटल वॉल्यूम अब फिर से 40 लीटर हो गई, बट मिल्क तो 30 लीटर है ना, सो दैट इज 3 by 4 ऑफ द 40. फिर सेकंड स्टेप में फिर से 10, तो इट मींस 1 by 4 बाहर गया, तो 1 by 4 मिल्क भी बाहर जाएगा, 1 by 4 वाटर भी आएगा, बाहर जाएगा. सो मिल्क अब कितना होगा? मिल्क विल बी नथिंग बट 3 by 4 ऑफ द प्रीवियस वैल्यू. So again 3 by 4 of the previous value into 3 by 4 into 3 by 4. तो ये प्रोसेस 4 बार रिपीट हो रहा है. So the proportion of milk after 4 step will be 81 by 256. So 10 लीटर के अंदर कितना मिल्क होगा? 10 into 81 by 256. Is that clear to all of you now? चले आगे गाइस, प्लीज टेल मी. ठीक है, और लाइक वी हैव डन, वी यूजुअली डू इन द क्लास इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्वांटिटी, तो क्वांटिटी के टर्म पे करते तो यही करते ना इसे 40 into this. तो 4 स्टेप के बाद इतना बचना चाहिए, दैट इज 40 into हाउ मच? दैट इज 81 by 256. ये इतना मिल्क बच गया. फिर 10 लीटर निकाल रहे हैं तो 1/4 बाहर जाएगा, तो फिर इसका फिर से 3 by 4 बच जाएगा. यस और नो? तो वैसे करके भी कर सकते हो, बट better to work on the volume directly, sorry, proportion. Let's move ahead. Question number 9. This is one of the most difficult question I'll say I've seen in the IFT till now. All right. Let's see. A ferry carries passenger to Rock of and back. So this ferry starts from Kanyakumari. So this ferry starts from Kanyakumari and it goes to Rock of Vivekanand. The distance of Rock of Vivekanand from Kanyakumari is equal to 100 kilometers. Okay. One day the ferry started for the Rock of Vivekanand with a passenger on board at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour. So एक दिन one day ferry started for Rock of, so ये ferry यहाँ से start हो रही है. With what speed? That is equal to 20 kilometers per hour. And after 90 minutes, the crew realized that there is a hole in the ferry and 15 sea water had already entered the ferry. And sea water is entering in the ferry at the rate of 10 gallons per hour. ठीक है, so 10 gallons per hour, तो it means 90 minutes में, एक घंटे में 10 है तो 90 minutes यानी घंटे में 15 gallons फिल हो चुका है. Okay, and require 60 gallons of water to sink the ferry. So how much time we have left? Okay, एक घंटे में 15 लीटर फिल होता है तो अभी 60 गैलेंस चाहिए, तो मुझे इट मींस 60 गैलेंस फिल होने में टोटल 6 आवर्स लगेंगे. 10 गैलेंस पर आवर, सो इट 60 गैलेंस के लिए 6 आवर्स नीडेड होंगे. बट आई हैव ऑलरेडी ट्रैवल फॉर 90 मिनट्स, यानी कि 90 मिनट्स में ऑलरेडी ट्रैवल कर चुका है. मींस 1.5 आवर आई हैव ऑलरेडी ट्रैवल. सो हाउ मच टाइम आई हैव लेफ्ट आउट? दैट इज 4.5 आवर्स. सो 4.5 घंटे अभी भी बचे हुए हैं डूबने से. यस और नो? नाउ at what speed should the driver now drive the ferry so that it can reach the rock of Vivekanand and return back to Kanyakumari just in time before the ferry sinks? And the current of the sea water from to Kanyakumari is 2 km per hour. So yahan se river, this is the direction of flow of river. River is flowing with what speed? That is 2 km per hour. Okay, so in 90 minutes, in the first 90 minutes, what is the distance traveled? Remember, both of them are against. So basically the boat is traveling against the river. So effective speed is 20 minus 2, 18. So 90 minutes में the distance traveled is equal to in 90 minutes, that is speed 20 minus. ठीक है ना, जब कन्याकुमारी से स्टार्ट हुई थी तब तो रिवर के अगेंस्ट था, so 20 minus 2 into 90 minutes. So 90 minutes means I can say that is 1.5 hours. So that is 18.5 hours. So 18 into 15, that will be, or 18 into 15, it will comes out to be how much? अच्छा, 18 plus 9, that is 27. So 27 किलोमीटर ट्रैवल कर चुकी है. उसे और कितना ट्रैवल रॉक ऑफ विवेकानंद जाने के लिए जाना है, फिर वापस 100 करना है, और कितनी देर में आना है? 4.5 घंटे में. Okay, so let's make the equation. 4.5 घंटे 173 किलोमीटर ट्रैवल करना है. Okay, so I say 70. अगर स्पीड x इंक्रीज करता हूं, okay, at what speed should the driver now drive the ferry? ठीक है, so that it can reach the rock of Vivekananda and return back to this one. Yes, so x minus 2, और वापिस आते वक्त उसकी स्पीड में ले लेता हूं, ये मेरा exactly. And the values of x, and now there can be multiple possibilities, isn't it? So multiple possibilities. So what I need to do, I need to check with all the options and I need to see किस option से approximately or nearer to 4.5 आता है, because the value of x and y, it is given different values in the options, isn't it? ये सारी values options में अलग अलग है. So I'll start working with the options, and if you start working with the options, so definitely it's not like this one कि easily divide हो जाएगा. From all the options we'll be getting approximate value, and the correct answer which will satisfy this is option number, which I have is this one will satisfy 42, approximately 4.47 के आसपास आता है, 4.5 hours का. The first option will give you something like 4.3. Okay, second option is has given me 4.37. थर्ड ऑप्शन से आया था मेरे पास 4.456, और फोर्थ ऑप्शन से आया था 4.7. So the nearest option choice is option number 3. So definitely not to be attempted. Multiple possibilities are there. So any doubts to anyone now? Can we move to the next question? So difficult question. चले आगे guys now. तो ये क्वेश्चन पढ़ने की जरूरत ही नहीं थी, देखते ही छोड़ने वाला था. Because to read how many lines? 4 plus 4, 8-liner question. I will not suggest to read it. Alright guys, so let's move to the next question, question number 10. Another very, very difficult question. क्योंकि इसको the moment you see this series, you'll not be able to identify कि ये है क्या series. ना तो ये एपी में है, ना ही जीपी में है, ना ही एजीपी में है, कुछ भी नहीं है, और आंसर में रूट्स में भी है. सो द फर्स्ट थिंग विच स्ट्राइक इन माई माइंड, ओके कि ये स्क्वायर रूट सीरीज पे तो नहीं है, और इट इज बेस्ड ऑन द स्क्वायर रूट सीरीज. सो फॉर दैट आई शुड नो द इंजीनियरिंग मैथ्स, something called as Fourier transform, Laplace transforms and other things, isn't it? तो उसे छोड़ने वाला क्वेश्चन था. बट द ऑप्शंस आर गिवन इन सच अ वे दैट वी कैन सॉल्व इट हियर. कैसे? टू थिंग्स इफ यू लुक एट हियर. ये जो डिफरेंस है 1 माइनस, इफ आई टेक दीज टू, दिस इज नेगेटिव, इजंट इट? बिकॉज यू कैन से ये पार्ट जो -1/6 प्लस 1/24 ये नेगेटिव आएगा. फिर उसका जो नेक्स्ट टर्म्स आएंगे वो भी नेगेटिव होगा, और वो भी नेगेटिव होगा. सो one idea which I have got that my answer has to be less than 1. Isn't it? My answer has to be less than 1. And if it is less than 1, I can easily eliminate option number 2. Okay, you can easily eliminate, that is option. Now, the moment you see the square root in the 3 of the option square root apex, तो strike करना चाहिए कि normal series तो नहीं है. ठीक है? So I can eliminate option number 2, क्योंकि आंसर 1 से कम होना चाहिए. Any other options I can eliminate? No, I can't eliminate another option. Now, the next thing which I have observed here, कि एक ऑप्शन तो डिलीट हो गया, 1 से कम होना चाहिए. 1 minus 1/6, that is equal to 5/6 plus sum of these two, it is also positive now. Okay, now you can see 1/24 into 1 minus 5/18, so this is positive. So I have added something positive. Then again, next two terms का sum भी कुछ positive ही आएगा, and so on. So my answer has to be greater than 5/6, which means 0.83 से तो greater होना चाहिए. 5/6 is equal to 83.33%, so 0.83 से greater होना चाहिए. So I rejected option number 1. Okay, and I think option number 4 भी शायद reject हो जाएगा 0.83 से. और ये √2/3 ये भी ओके. √2/3 तो ऑलरेडी दिस इज इक्वल टू रूट ऑफ 0.66, और इसका स्क्वायर रूट तो 0.83 से कम ही आएगा. सो ऑप्शन नंबर 3 इज रिजेक्टेड. सो द ओनली ऑप्शन विच इज नथिंग बट ऑप्शन नंबर, that is √3/2. So the correct answer is option 4, √3/2. So any doubts to anyone now? Is that clear to all of you? So among the first 10 questions which I think which could have been done in the first round was, अगर मुझे करना होगा, so I'll probably do this question number 8, because I'm very much comfortable with mixture and solutions. Okay, and maybe question number 5, question number 4. That's it. ठीक है ना? So it's all about selection of the, ऐसा नहीं है सारे questions हो जाएंगे solve, but in the given time frame, ये चीज याद रखना है कि in the given time frame I need to solve it. Now I'll try this one. Question number 11. Now this seems to be somewhat easy. Log के very standard questions होते हैं. Last point. Damni, like I told you that my answer is to be greater than √5/6. 5/6. So 5 to 0.833. So if it is greater than 0.833, so option number 3, √2/3 means what? 0.66 से भी कम आएगा इसका स्क्वायर रूट. स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 0.66 तो कम हो जाएगा ना. So answer option number 3 भी नहीं हो सकता, तो answer has to be option number 4. Is that clear now? Okay. Now let's move to question number 11. Now this was easy. This is 7 into 7 raised to power by 2. So that means I can say 7 into 7 raised to power 1/2. Let me highlight. For this entire term, that is 7 into 7 raised to power 1/2, which is equal to 7 raised to power 3/2. So this is equal to 7 raised to power 3/2. Okay. 7 to power 3/2. और उसके ऊपर फिर से स्क्वायर का साइन है, तो इसके ऊपर फिर से स्क्वायर का साइन है, तो आई कैन से 7 raised to power 3/4. और फिर ये 7 से और मल्टीप्लाई होगा, तो दैट मीन्स 1 plus 3/4. So 1 plus 3/4, that is equal to how much? 7/4. और फिर से उसका स्क्वायर रूट, तो into 1/2. So that is 7 raised to power 1/8. So my value is, this is log of 7, and this is 7 raised to power 7/8. This is what we have got, isn't it? Log of 7 to the base 7 raised to power 8 here. Okay. So this expression, it will become 7/8 times log of to the base 7 7 log of 7 to the base 7. ओके, ये आ जाएगा यार. Yes. हाँ, तो ये इजी था. I'll say so 7 is to power 7 by 8, 7 by 8 log 7 to the base 7. So जो फाइनल वैल्यू आती है वो ठीक. So I'm writing the step log. This entire expression, that's right. This entire expression minus. So the answer is option number 4. So I hope that now it is clear. Any doubts to anyone? So this was doable. Yes, that's right. So let's move to next question, question number 12. This is also doable, but approximate answers आएंगे. Now similar question, if you had observed, it was asked in 2015 also. Like ये question भी 2015 में भी आया था, but only the values were changed. It says reaches a window that is 8 meters high above the ground. A ladder 8 meters high above the ground on one side of the street, keeping one end of the ladder at the same place. The ladder is moved to the other side of the street so as to reach a 12-meter high window. So 12-meter high window. Ladder की length L और ये L. ठीक है? If the ladder is 13 meter long, so the length of the ladder is 13 meter long. So I can say this is 13 and this is 13. So I think there are two types of Pythagorean triplet. This angle is 90 degrees. So this is 5, and here this is square. So what is the width of the street? The sum of these two here. Root of 13 square minus 8 square plus this one. So 13 square minus 8 square is equal to 13 minus 8, 5, and 13 plus 8, 21. So root of approximately ये 10 point something आएगा. Yes, 105. So this is 10 point something, 15 point something. But if it is 15 point something, look at the options. Options देखो 15.5. So approximate भी नहीं कर सकते ना. तो यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम होती है क्योंकि I need to find out what is the exact square root of 105, isn't it? So how can I find out? So 15.8, 15.2 here. So 10 square, it is equal. Yes or no? 21. अब मुझे फाइंड आउट करना है. तो देख के ही पता लग रहा है कि मेरा आंसर 10 और 11 के होगा, बट ये 10.5 होना चाहिए. तो आई थिंक ये 10.2 होगा. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई मार्क द ऑप्शन नंबर 3. क्योंकि इट इज 105 इज नॉट एग्जैक्टली इन द मिडिल ऑफ 100 and 121. एग्जैक्टली अगर 110 होता फॉर एग्जांपल या 111 होता तो माय आंसर शुड बी अप्रोक्सीमेटली 10.5 के आसपास होता. तो 10.5 से कम ही होगा. सो 10.5 से कम एक ही ऑप्शन है. सो आई मार्क ऑप्शन 3, 15.2. सो एनी डाउट्स टू एनीवन नाउ इन क्वेश्चन नंबर 12? Okay. Let's move to next one, question number 13. This is a very easy question. Okay. The total number of telephone is it random? that can be formed having at least one of their digits repeated. So at least one of their digits, if no repetition is, sorry, और with repetition and no repetition, दो चीज कैलकुलेट कर लेता हूं मैं. First of all, with repetition. Why? First got 10 choices. Remember, it's not a digit, it's a telephone number. So starting digit 0 भी हो सकती है. So each and every place has got 10 choices. So with repetition 10 is to power 8. And then repetition. So first is so my answer would be 8 or minus 10 factorial. Yes, that's right. At least my okay, at least one is always equal to total minus. So total I is 10 to power 8, and if none of the digits are repeating, we can get. Yes, zero consider correct. Na? It says talking about a telephone landline number. Na? I mean, zero to ho hi sakta hai na? So we need to consider zero. We're not forming a natural number or something like that. It says it's a telephone natural. Right? So the leading digit can be zero also. Clear now? So let's move to question number 14. Okay. Is that part clear to all of you till question number 13? Now 14 says the business consulting division of TCS has overseas operation in 3 locations. And what are the 3 locations? The 3 New York and London. These are the 3 states. The company has 22 analysts covering Singapore and 28 covering New York and 24 London. So 24 covering London. 6 analysts cover Singapore and New York, but not 6. 4 cover Singapore and London, but not New York. So this is 4. Okay. And 8 analysts cover New York and London, but not Singapore. If TCS has a total of 42 business analysts covering at least one of the 3, then the number of analysts covering New York. So I need to know. So what I have done here, I can say, instead of variable, I have taken exactly 2. Exactly is equal to, which belongs to exactly 2 reason, that is 4 plus 6 is 10 plus 8 is equal to 18, isn't it? ये मेरा 18 हो गया. टोटल जो है मुझे ये भी पता है कि 1 so E is equal to 8 is equal to 42 minus 18. So 42 minus 18, what is this value is coming out to be? 42 minus 18. क्या आ जाएगा? 42, yes, 42 business analysts were there. So 42 minus 10, it is equal to 32. 32 minus 10 is equal to 22. So this is 20. And also, 28. So 22 plus 8 is equal to 30 plus 20, 50. That is equal to 74. And I can substitute 6. So what is New York? Only New York. 8, 15, 15 plus 6 is equal to 21. So the answer is option number 4. Any doubts to anyone now? In fact, now we can find out everything. Is that clear to all of you? Can I move to question number 15 now? Okay, so chalo, let's move to next question number. That is question number 15. It says 8 years after completion of your MBA degree, you start a business of your own. You invest 30 lakh in business. So in the that is return annual. If the expected number of years by which you invest 272 by R. So expected number of years in which the investment is doubled is equal to 72 by R here. And rate of interest is 6%. So कितने time में double होगा? Because compound rate of interest is 6. So expected numbers of years in which the investment will double will be equal to 72 by 6. 12 years will double. Then the question is the approximate expected value of investment from your business 48 years. So after a gap of 12 years it will be double. So 48 years में तो अगर अभी मेरे पास 30 लाख है तो 480 lakhs. So the answer is option number 3. This was yes, that's right. So any doubts to anyone now? Can I move to the next question? Okay. हाँ बहुत ज्यादा कहानियां होती हैं. Now come to question number 16. Now again when I was solving this question I realized कि कुछ दिन पहले ही तो सॉल्व किया था. I don't remember the year, maybe 2015 का FT में या 2016 का FT में बिल्कुल सेम क्वेश्चन आया था. Only the values were changed. So a lot of questions are repeating if you have observed, isn't it? ये भी क्वेश्चन एक रिपीटेड क्वेश्चन है. 2016 में भी था, 2014 में भी है. Now remember we know that getting double. So I need to find out 48 years. So 12 years, 60 years from 60 will become 120. In it will come from 120 into 240. 240 into 240. 48 years में ये 480 lakhs हो जाएगा. So that's why the answer is option number 3. Question number 16. I hope that it is clear, Sarni. Now coming to it says a right circular cylinder, radius of 6 and a height of 24. So एक cylinder है, इसकी radius is 12 and the height is 24. So the radius is 9. Now a rectangular solid, the square base and a height of 20 centimeter is placed in the cylinder such that each of the corner of the solid is tangent to the cylindrical wall. If the water is then poured here, Then I need to find out the volume of water. So I can say volume of that is a cuboid or rectangular solid. So volume of cylinder minus I'm adding the volume of rectangular solid. So volume of cylinder, that is into R by 20. Yes, क्वेश्चंस और आइडियाज बहुत ज्यादा रिपीट हो रहे हैं आईएफटी में. So 24 हाइट 20 है और तो it says a rectangular solid with a square base and a height of 20 is placed in the cylinder such that each corner of the solid is tangent to the cylindrical. तो ये होगा. So volume is always equal to base area into height. So base area is equal to how much? So similar question I'm sure that you must have observed. शायद 2015 या 2016 के पेपर में हमने डिस्कस किया था, isn't it? So the correct answer for this is option number 3. Now come to question number 17. This is also again a very long story. Let's see here. The student fest in engineering college will be held in 1 month time, and no sponsorship has yet been arranged by the student. Finally, the of the student body took the initiative and decided to go. In fact, he's a job seeing his enthusiasm. Other students in this manner, the sponsorship collection is completed in exactly 20 days. Okay. So first day, one student. ये जो सीरीज बनती है, अब मुझे इन सबका सम चाहिए. देयर आर टू वेज यू कैन फाइंड आउट द nth टर्म और जनरल टर्म, बट लाइक क्लास में भी मैंने बताया था, इन दिस इज वन, दिस एंड ओके, ठीक है. अब अगर ये ट्रायंगुलर सीरीज है तो इसका जो सम होता है द सम ऑफ द ट्रायंगुलर सीरीज इज ऑलवेज फॉर्मूला डायरेक्टली अगर पता है तो. नहीं पता है, then we will find out first of all the formula for the sum of 20 terms of this series and then we'll. Okay, ये हो गया. So we can find out how many persons are there. ठीक है. So sum of n terms, and since there are 20 days, am I audible to all of you? आवाज आ रही है अभी clear? Apex, Damini and everyone. Just 3 more questions to go after this. Please respond if you all can hear me. Am I audible to all of you? ठीक है. So let's see. तो ये सीरीज आ गया समझ में. Sum of n terms of this triangular series. ठीक है. The sum of n terms of a triangular series is always, और इस पे बेस्ड मैंने ये भी आ चुके हैं कैट वगैरह में भी. ठीक है. ओके, ठीक है. ट्राई टू मैनेज दैट ऑल. तो आई कैन यूज दैट फॉर्मूला. तो व्हाट इज 6. Okay. The sum of first 20 terms is equal to 20 into 21 by 2 by 6. So it is coming out to be how much? 3 2s are 6, 3 7s are 21, and then 10. So 7 into 22. That's and into 10. So that will be comes out to be 1540. So this. So the total 20 दिन में कंप्लीट कर देते हैं ना. So total work is of 15040 man days. If an MBA student is twice as efficient, ठीक है, okay. An MBA student एफिशिएंसी सेम होती है इन 11 स्टूडेंट्स की, तो कितना टाइम लगेगा? ठीक है, अगर एफिशिएंसी सेम होती है, बट अगर एफिशिएंसी डबल है तो टाइम अब क्या हो जाएगा? इसका भी हाफ. सो अगेन इन, so this is what I need to do here. So this is coming out to be how much? 1540 in divided by 11 into 2, which will be equal to, the correct answer is option number 1, which is equal to 7. So they had mixed the work, time and work. Any doubts to anyone now? Very interesting question. चलिए आगे. All right, guys. So let's move to next question. Question number 18. In case there is any doubt, please ask me. I'm still here. Before we move to question number 18. So ये सीरीज रखना, ये can use हो चुका है. I'm moving to the next question now. Question number 18, guys. It says a pharmaceutical company manufactures 6,000 strips of prescribed diabetic drug for rupees 8 lakh every month. So total drug, the volume of the drug is for rupees 8 every month. Total cost, manufacturing cost. Okay. ठीक है. So 8 lakh here. In July 2014, the company supplied 600 strips of free medicine to the doctors. Free for the doctors here. Of the remaining medicines, it was able to sell 4 by 5th of the strip, 4 by 5. So 4. Okay. So 4 by 5 into 5,400. What is this value? That will comes out to be equal to. Okay. So 4, that is 80% of this. So 4,320 strips. Okay. And they were. Okay. And the balance, which is 5,400 plus 4,300. So that will come to 100. That will be. And they are and the balance at the printed price of 250. Actually, यहाँ पे ये 250 था ना. Okay. So इसको जो selling price, assuming vendor discount at a rate of uniform 30%. So first of all, I'll find out total revenue here. So total revenue in this case is equal to into 150. Or of 20. Calculate कर लूंगा मैं. ठीक है. If you solve this, the total revenue it will be comes out to be equal to ये total revenue आ जाएगा. And it's assuming vendor discount at a rate of uniform rate of ठीक है, so discount discount. So if I give a 20% of discount, okay, so they so loss of, so percentage loss, which is equal to approximately 5.5% loss. Option number 3. These but a lot of stories are given. Any doubt? Can I move to the next question now? All right. So let's move to question number 19. Now, this is another easy question. Can I say it is again a repeated question? Last year, I think Iift 2019 maybe tha, question number 19. We have done this question, similar question. A bouncing tennis ball drops. The ball rebounds each time to a height equal to half the height of this one. So that is 2. So it's a series of GP. So it's a series of GP, a very standard question. It's a series of GP. So the question is the approximate distance traveled by the ball when it hits the ground is. So what is the answer? You can say 30. So it's not a new question. तो इसी पेपर में देखोगे आईएफटी 2014 में 3-4 क्वेश्चन ऐसे हैं जो बाद में 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19 में रिपीट हुए, जिसमें से एक ये क्वेश्चन और आइडियाज यू कैन से. All right, and let's move to the last question for the day. In males and semi-fifths have appeared for a student cultural committee selection process. 3 male and 4 female needs to be male. The total number of ways in which a committee can be performed, given that Mr. the committee they can't be selected. So first of all, let's see in how many ways the committee. Okay. Now Raj and Rani, they can't be together. So first of all, calculate in how many of the. Okay, in how many of the cases here it gets together. So अगर ये दोनों एक, तो I need to select 2 more male. एक, so from 2 ways, and from the remaining 6 female, 3 female can 6. Raj और रानी इसमें साथ में. Solve this, you'll get the answer, which is option number 3. This was easy. So I hope that now it is clear. Any doubts to anyone now? And I told you that the cutoff, as in this year 2014 QA and DI section, only 4.67. All right. So any doubts to anyone now? Any doubts to anyone now? I think admit card आ जाना चाहिए कुछ दिनों में. Just wait for a couple of few more days and probably the admit card will be out. Okay. So guys, share the link, like the session also, everyone, and see you all at now at 9:30. Okay, 9:30 we'll be having a session on GK. All right. So good night to all of you. See you all rest of you at 9:30. Okay. In case if still there is any doubt, please ask me now. Thank. Do not forget to like this.